Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs have just cemented themselves in NFL history. The Chiefs are the first team in 19 years to go back-to-back Super Bowl wins. It hasn't been done since Tom Brady and the Patriots. Mahomes now has 3 Super Bowl wins, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, and 2 regular season MVPs in 6 seasons as a starter. I can't stress it enough, but what we are watching right now is legendary. Patrick Mahomes is the best talent we've seen debatably ever. How he's entered the league and just straight dominated has been insane and has never been done this quickly. In one of his worst years ever, with one of the worst offenses that led the league in drops, just won the Super Bowl. Nobody a few months ago, even a few weeks ago before every playoff game, thought this team wasn't going to win or was going to be one and done. What Mahomes is doing right now is incredible, and the pace he has on Tom Brady has never been seen before. Mahomes completely owned this game and looked like the best offensive player on the field. The way he stepped up and made every big play is why he is so far apart from every quarterback in the league. How he can block out all the noise and really focus on what he needs to get done. The one interception was questionable, and he hasn't done that in over 6 playoff games, but he turned it all around and made the biggest plays when he needed to. The 4th and 1 in overtime, running the ball, and all his other scrambles that put the Chiefs in a position to win. The block extra point is ultimately why it was even sent to overtime, which was insane that they were even able to block that. The special teams and the defense played phenomenal this whole entire game. A McCaffrey fumble on the first drive of the game, I don't think anybody expected that. A thing that is also not being talked about enough is Patrick's ability to run when it matters the most. He had 66 rushing yards in the Super Bowl this year and had over 50 in last year's. It's almost like he rushes more in the playoffs since he knows everything is on the line and he will do what it takes to make the right plays when needed. The 3rd down in the 4th quarter where he got the first down then goes right back to a QB draw the next for like 15 yards was incredible to watch live. In overtime when he had his big breakthrough, it almost looked like he was going to go all the way and score. He's 28 years old and as clutch as ever, and all he does is win. Again, 6 straight AFC Championship game appearances, 4 Super Bowl appearances, and 3 championships. Also 3 Super Bowl MVPs and 2 league MVPs. It's insane what he's been able to do. He's the fastest to win 3 championships and championship MVPs in sports history, including MLB, NBA, NFL, and the NHL. He did that in 7 seasons, but only 6 as a starter. What he does to lead this team to consistent wins is what you want out of any player. Something that will unfortunately haunt Mahomes his whole career is the fact that he lost to Brady twice in the playoffs. I say haunt because people love to bring it up in every argument talking about who is better, Mahomes or Brady. Mahomes is already in the GOAT conversations with Tom Brady. These two are going to be debated like LeBron and Jordan. But guess what? Tom Brady lost to Eli Manning twice and Nick Foles in the Super Bowl. Are people going to use that against him his whole career? I know Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls and Mahomes is not there yet, but the pace Mahomes has on Tom Brady hasn't been seen before. In the AFC Championship game in 2018, which was the first AFC Championship game in Arrowhead in over 50 years, Mahomes in his first year as a starter completely outperformed Brady and was about to seal the game if it wasn't for a D Ford and an offsides penalty. In the Super Bowl against the Bucks, when Mahomes was dealing with a turf toe injury and the Bucks defense completely shut out Mahomes, not Tom Brady. The Bucks defense led that game. I don't remember Tom Brady getting stops on Mahomes and making him scramble the whole entire game. Using those 2 games against Mahomes is unfair for Mahomes since Tom Brady isn't even in the league anymore. Before Brady retired, Mahomes gave the Bucks a huge loss in Tampa Bay, which was the last time Brady and Mahomes will ever play each other. Again, those are only 2 losses, and the only other loss is against Joe Burrow in an overtime loss in the AFC Championship game. That's only 3 playoff losses in Mahomes' whole entire career so far in 6 seasons as a starter. The Patriots went 10 years after winning the first 3 before winning again. To say Mahomes will go 10 years without winning again is absurd. The fact that the Chiefs will most likely improve their roster a lot, especially in the receiver room this year, they're going to do everything to be the first team to ever three-peat. If they did it this year with who they had, they can do it again with better receivers. There are a bunch of free agent receivers and young receivers in the draft I expect the Chiefs to get. The draft combine is also about to start. The Chiefs are not going 10 years without winning another Super Bowl. Like I said, Mahomes is only 28 years old and has only been a starter for 6 seasons and already has a first ballot Hall of Fame career, and he's arguably one of the best quarterbacks ever. Skill-wise, I'm taking Mahomes over any quarterback we've seen. It's hard to predict what he will do, but after seeing what him and the Chiefs were able to get done this year after everything that happened is almost unbelievable. Nobody outside of Chiefs fans thought they would end up in the Super Bowl, and at that win, they were underdogs in the last 3 games, and I think now everyone learned, like Patrick said, the Chiefs are never underdogs. Betting against Mahomes is like betting against Brady. You don't want to do that. And the fact that in only 6 years as a starter, Mahomes is already in all the GOAT conversation is enough to say in my opinion. Nobody has competed with Brady's greatness except for Mahomes, and now everyone else will have to compete to be on Mahomes' level as he is trying to pass Brady. This recent Super Bowl was the highest viewed broadcast in television history, recording over 200 million live viewers. It's safe to say that NFL is in good hands and is trying to go more global. Mahomes is going to continue to dominate as long as he stays healthy. The Chiefs will continue sticking to their roots as a football team and continue to make deep playoff runs. The Chiefs this offseason need to keep this defense together by keeping L'Jarius Sneed and Chris Jones. They helped lead this team all year long into the playoffs, and without them and their consistent leadership and high-level play, the Chiefs wouldn't be able to win some games that they did. Trent McDuffie had so many big plays all postseason long and in the Super Bowl that proved why he's a first-team All-Pro cornerback. He had one of the biggest plays in the whole game, batting down one of Purdy's passes to force the Niners to kick the field goal in overtime. That was a huge play, but he wasn't just there. He was all over the field making huge plays and locking up Deebo Samuels and Brandon Ayuk. Willie Gay and Drew Tranquill are also coming up free agents the Chiefs need to focus on re-signing. The Chiefs easily have the best and deepest linebacker room, so they need to do what they can to keep it together. Drew Tranquill was a great pickup from the Chargers, and we saw him step up a ton when Nick Bolton was out for some time, but he continued to make huge plays and effort throughout the rest of the year. I want to go back to the end of the Super Bowl again just to recognize how calm and collected Mahomes looked. He went down with less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter to potentially win the Super Bowl. He settled with a tie. He could have hit Rashee Rice to win the game, but he went to Kelsey. It was incomplete. But then he went into overtime, and on his drive, being down and needing a touchdown to win, he got it and he scored to McCole Hardman. He got it by using his legs, by using his teammates. He did everything to march down that field one last time this season and win the game. Mahomes has now been down by 10 plus points in every Super Bowl that he's won. When Mahomes is down by at least 10 plus points in the playoffs, his record is 5-2, while the rest of the NFL is 8-55. When being down 10 plus in the Super Bowl, Mahomes is 3-1, Brady is 2-1, and the rest of the NFL is 2-48. That alone shows how clutch Mahomes is already. Like I already have mentioned, the Chiefs are going to continue to improve. They have no reason to take their foot off the gas. They have the opportunity to create sports history by continuing to win championships. The Kansas City Chiefs as an organization now have 4 total championships, and Mahomes is just going to continue to add on to that. They also need to keep L'Jarius Sneed. He was one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Like I mentioned, Drew Tranquill would be great to bring back. Same with Willie Gay. But we do need to bring back Chris Jones and Sneed primarily. Let me know what you think is going to happen this offseason. It's going to be a huge offseason in the NFL.